Hello everyone. Today I have a very special guest from London. Mehmet is joining us. Mehmet, welcome.
Thank you. Hello.
Mehmet, you have decided to do a fundraising, a charity walk across Europe. So, I think you're going to start from Belgium, Brussels, and go all the way to Germany with some of your friends to raise awareness. Can you tell us a bit about the project?
Yes, as you've described, this will be a walk across several countries, four in total actually. So we'll be starting our journey in Belgium, and we'll be walking across the whole of Luxembourg, stopping in Luxembourg city center, and then we will be crossing over to Germany, and then there's a small sort of corner where Germany, France, and Luxembourg meet. So we'll be going into France as well and ending in Germany. So the total trip will be going through four different countries.
Four different countries and 50 plus kilometers this is. And will you be able to make that in a day? It's quite a walk.
So yes, we'll be traveling from London to Belgium on the Friday evening of the 1st of February. We'll be resting there, and very early in the morning, around 5 or 6 a.m., we'll be starting our walk before sunrise. We're expecting the walk to last about 12 hours.
12 hours. And how many people are you're doing this together?
So initially, we were five friends, and as we launched the campaign and as we told other people about it, they were both interested in supporting the campaign and also joining us for this walk. So right now our numbers are 12, and there will be 12 people doing the walk in total. And we have some friends who cannot join us either due to sort of other arrangements, or they can't travel that long. So about 15 of our friends will be doing a walk simultaneously with us in London. So they'll
in
be doing
different
about 20
within
walks
London. So
within London. Yeah,
I see.
they've established a route. So in support of the campaign, we've got a total of 27 people making a walk on the 2nd of February.
I see. And so what is the reason for that? What is the cause then?
Yeah, so many people do walks, as you would imagine. They do adventure trips around Europe, and this is what we saw on a social media post while with friends. And we thought to ourselves, people are doing these kind of walks for adventure reasons, but we can surely turn this into a meaningful event and make use of it. So this is how the idea came about, and we thought we're also troubled by the refugee crisis that's going on at the moment, and we know that refugees are having to walk very long distances under difficult conditions, carrying luggages, carrying their children around with them. And we thought we should make this walk both to empathize with refugees and to raise awareness with the struggles that they go through. And we're also exercising our free movement that those refugees cannot unfortunately exercise and have the freedom to do so. So we've decided to make use of this walk to raise awareness for refugees who are crossing over from Turkey into Greece.
I see. And how much so far you have raised as of today?
We've we've raised, yeah, we've exceeded £7,000. But our target, we've set a very ambitious target of 50,000. And we've so far, even though the walk hasn't even started and there's more than 10 days for it, we've raised a good amount, and we're hoping to complete our target by the end of the walk and by the end of the time we make it to Greece. So we'll be traveling weeks after the walk on the 17th of February to deliver the aid ourselves.
I see. So, what about like the cause in your fundraising page? There is an emphasis on Turkish refugees. Is that the
Correct.
starting point of this?
Yes, of course we're troubled by all of the refugees who are having to leave their countries due to war or poverty or persecution, and we recognize that all of these refugees require attention, but it's a particular group in Turkey that hasn't received this attention, enough attention by both the media and by the general public. As your audience would know, following the failed coup attempt in Turkey. A huge number of civil servants, teachers, lawyers, prosecutors, all sorts of people servicemen have lost their jobs and have faced arrest, unlawful arrest that is recognized by the world media and human rights organizations. And these numbers are immense numbers that we don't even fathom all the time. 150,000 people dismissed, hundreds people have been put into jail. We see women getting put into jail, giving birth in hospitals and get put into jail with their babies. So we see from human rights organizations that the number of babies that are now in jail has exceeded 700. And so many women now who are pregnant are having to make this journey, are having to cross a dangerous river through the Avros River into Greece to be able to escape this kind of persecution, because the Turkish government is putting through blacklists of people that are dissenters or deemed dangerous by the government, who are put through this incredible challenge, and they're being persecuted unlawfully. And the numbers of people who've made this crossing into Greece have exceeded the thousands, and they're settling in with their families, with their children, and they haven't received the support and recognition that we think they should.
I see. So how our viewers or our audience can support you, for instance, apart from, of course, donating the link we provided below, what else they can do to support your cause?
I mean, we've received tremendous amount of support from from a lot of people, our friends, our family, people to the page. They've sent us messages in support of this, and a lot of people have donated. As you can see, £7,000 already. This has exceeded our expectations of what we would receive, and people have shown this moral support in addition to financial support. But we also urge people who see and hear of this campaign to investigate, to look into this issue. Very recently, an NBA player has been sort of a victim of the long arm of the Turkish government, persecuting not only those who are in the country, but also outside of the country, who are dissenters, who are speaking against the oppression and the corruption of the government. And this is causing sort of this humanitarian crisis. And an NBA player isn't able to travel, Enes Kanter, from the New York Knicks, but someone as famous as him is able to deal with this. But the tens of thousands of people whose lives are in danger are unfortunately not able to deal with this, and the international community needs to sort of be a voice for these people who are not able to speak out.
And how do you feel yourself, for instance, like involved in this? Don't you think it might have some unwanted, unwarranted outcomes for you? Do you feel any threatened, or do you feel okay with that?
Of course it will. Of course it will. I don't doubt that this is a somewhat dangerous appeal, and a lot of people, not only myself, but a lot of people who live in Europe or even in Turkey, have been vocal on both social media or other media outlets like yours, actually doing tremendous work. But this is the kind of voice that needs to be put out there, that needs to be heard by everyone, because we can't be appeasing tyranny, we can't be appeasing persecution, because that's just going to lead to more and more persecution. And we need to speak out against these tragedies. And it's also the human stories that need to be heard. The numbers are out there. Human rights organizations are sort of making a case out of them, but it's the individual stories that are really heartbreaking. And as we went through with this campaign, the number of stories that we've read, I think there's a webpage that we were fascinated by, Turkey Purge. I'm sure your audience is aware of it. But the number of stories of teachers, of doctors who've been persecuted unlawfully and for no reason. This just needs to be heard, and it doesn't. Like you said, there is somewhat a danger in voicing these, but it needs to be done. And we, thankfully, we live in safe environments. We live in a safe country in London, and in Europe. And these people were traveling across countries very easily, across borders very easily. And this is a freedom that we hold, that we take for granted most of the time. But maybe with this walk, with this journey that we will take, we will empathize with people who aren't able to.
Thank you very much, Mehmet. I will be connecting you for once you have some progress in your project, and probably share it with the viewers as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just listened to Mehmet Gökçe from London, who actually who is organizing with his friends a walk through 4 different countries in Europe to raise awareness about refugee crisis, with a particular touch of the political issue in Turkey at the moment. I hope you understand his case a bit better and support him via social media and via your donations. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.